Texas just dropped a series of new laws. And honestly, most people had no idea these were coming. Some of these changes could affect your wallet, your family, and even your daily routine in ways you never expected. From surprising rules about school safety to unexpected perks for electric vehicle owners, these laws are set to change life across the state. You won't believe what Law Number 10 does. It's something absolutely nobody saw coming. Stick around, because if you live, work, or commute in Texas, knowing these updates could save you time, money, and serious headaches. Number 1. Expanded telehealth access. Texas has just passed a law that significantly expands telehealth access, and it's something that could change the way residents get medical care. Now, more Texans can consult doctors online, receive certain prescriptions remotely, and even access mental health services without leaving home. This law is designed to make healthcare more convenient and faster, especially for people living in rural areas where hospitals and clinics might be far away. Studies show that telehealth can reduce hospital visits by up to 30%, making it not just practical, but also cost-effective for families. The new rules mean that insurance providers are now required to cover a wider range of virtual services, ensuring patients don't pay extra out-of-pocket fees for online consultations. This law doesn't just benefit patients, it also affects healthcare providers. Doctors and clinics must now implement secure telehealth systems that protect patient data while allowing efficient communication. For small clinics, this can seem overwhelming at first, but the benefits are clear. Reduced overhead, improved patient reach, and faster treatment times. Patients can schedule appointments, receive follow-ups, and even get lab results online, all without stepping into a waiting room. This shift is expected to transform healthcare delivery across Texas, making it more flexible, modern, and patient-friendly. For everyday Texans, the takeaway is simple. Check if your clinic or insurance provider participates in telehealth and learn which services qualify for coverage. Imagine avoiding a long drive for a prescription refill or a routine checkup by simply logging in from your living room. Families with busy schedules or limited mobility can save hours of commuting time, reduce exposure to germs in waiting rooms, and access specialists they couldn't reach before. By embracing telehealth, Texans can take control of their healthcare, stay healthier, and make life easier. This law is one of the first steps toward a more accessible and digital-first healthcare system, and the impact will be felt by millions of residents statewide. Number 2. School safety measures. Texas has introduced a new law aimed at strengthening school safety, and it's designed to protect students, teachers, and staff in ways that weren't required before. This legislation mandates updated emergency drills, threat reporting systems, and stricter security protocols across public and private schools. Schools are now required to review and improve their safety plans annually, ensuring they are prepared for a wide range of situations, from natural disasters to security threats. Studies show that schools with structured safety programs experience significantly fewer incidents, giving parents and educators a clearer sense of security. The law also emphasizes mental health support, requiring schools to have plans for identifying and assisting students in crisis. This law impacts everyone involved in education. Administrators must now implement advanced security measures, which can include controlled entry points, visitor screening, and emergency communication systems. Teachers are trained to recognize warning signs of potential violence or bullying, while students are taught how to respond in emergencies. These changes aren't just about rules. They create a culture of preparedness where everyone in the school community knows their role in staying safe. By formalizing reporting procedures, the law ensures that potential threats are identified and addressed before they escalate, making schools not only safer, but more responsive and organized. For parents and students, the practical takeaway is to familiarize themselves with the new protocols at their schools. Knowing what steps the school will take during an emergency, where safe zones are located, and how communication will happen can make a big difference in critical moments. Families can also get involved by attending safety meetings, reviewing emergency procedures, and encouraging schools to practice drills regularly. This law represents a significant step forward in protecting young Texans, creating a safer environment for learning, and giving parents the confidence that their children are in a well-prepared space. By staying informed and engaged, Texans can help ensure that school safety becomes a shared priority for communities across the state. Number 3. Updated property tax rules. Texas homeowners have a reason to pay attention. A new law has changed the way property taxes are assessed and contested, and it could save residents significant money. Under this law, homeowners now have additional options to challenge property valuations if they believe their property has been overvalued. This includes stricter requirements for appraisal transparency, allowing property owners to request detailed documentation of assessed values. Studies show that property tax disputes resolved fairly can reduce annual payments by hundreds or even thousands of dollars, which can make a real difference for families managing tight budgets. The law also affects county appraisal districts, which are now required to provide clearer explanations and deadlines for homeowners filing appeals. Homeowners must be aware of critical dates for submitting protests and ensure that all supporting evidence, such as recent sales data or professional appraisals, is submitted on time. This update encourages more active participation from property owners in the tax process, ensuring that assessments are accurate and fair. By improving transparency and creating clearer rules, the law aims to reduce disputes while giving Texans more control over their financial obligations. For homeowners, the key takeaway is to review your property's assessed value annually and understand your rights under this new legislation. If a property's valuation seems too high, residents can now contest it more effectively, potentially lowering their annual taxes. It's also wise to consult with professionals or use online tools to track comparable home values in your area. Being proactive can lead to significant savings and prevent overpayment. This law not only gives Texans more financial protection, but also encourages fairness and accountability in property tax assessments. Homeowners who understand and use these new rules can ensure that they are paying only what is fair, turning what was once a confusing and stressful process into a clear, manageable, and empowering experience. Number 4. Stricter cybersecurity requirements for businesses. Texas has introduced a new law that imposes stricter cybersecurity requirements on businesses of all sizes, aiming to protect sensitive data and prevent costly breaches. Companies are now required to implement robust security measures, including firewalls, encryption, and multi-factor authentication, to safeguard both customer and employee information. With cyberattacks increasing nationwide, studies show that businesses with strong cybersecurity practices experience 80% fewer data breaches, reducing financial losses and protecting their reputation. This law ensures that companies take cybersecurity seriously and prioritize the safety of the data they handle every day. The impact is significant for business owners and IT teams. Companies must now audit their current systems, update protocols, and provide employee training on cyber risks. Small businesses, which often lack dedicated IT departments, may need to invest in external support or digital solutions to comply. This legislation not only prevents hacks, but also creates accountability, as companies that fail to meet these requirements could face penalties or legal consequences. By mandating stronger security measures, Texas is setting a standard for digital safety that protects residents, while encouraging businesses to operate more responsibly and transparently. For everyday Texans, the law indirectly provides greater protection for personal information. When shopping, banking, or interacting online with local businesses, customers can feel more confident that their data is secure. Business owners should act now to review security policies, upgrade software, and ensure employee awareness of phishing, malware, and other threats. By taking these steps, companies not only comply with the law, but also build trust with clients and avoid potential disasters. This law represents a major step forward in digital protection, combining legal accountability with practical cybersecurity practices. Texans, whether running businesses or using services, benefit from a safer, more secure online environment, reducing the risk of identity theft, financial loss, and breaches that can disrupt daily life. Number 5. Changes to employment leave policies. Texas has passed a new law that significantly updates employment leave policies, giving workers more flexibility during critical times. Under this legislation, employees are now entitled to expanded leave for family, medical, and personal emergencies, ensuring that they can handle important life events without fear of losing their jobs. Studies show that employees with access to flexible leave are more productive, experience less stress, and are more committed to their workplaces. This change is particularly important for families caring for elderly relatives, newborns, or sick family members, providing a legal safety net that was previously limited. Employers are now required to adapt their policies to comply with the updated rules. This includes documenting leave requests, tracking employee eligibility, and ensuring that no worker faces retaliation for taking authorized leave. Managers and HR departments must communicate clearly with staff about how leave can be requested, approved, and scheduled. These measures create a more structured and fair workplace, where employees feel respected and supported, and companies benefit from higher morale and retention rates. For organizations, understanding the new law is essential to avoid legal penalties and maintain a positive work environment. For employees, the takeaway is simple. Know your rights under the new law and plan accordingly. Whether it's time off to recover from illness, care for a family member, or manage personal emergencies, workers now have more control over their schedules. Employers and staff should communicate openly, keeping accurate records and following the updated procedures. This law empowers Texans to balance work and personal life more effectively, reducing stress and improving overall well-being. By embracing these changes, employees gain security and peace of mind, while businesses foster a supportive, loyal workforce. The legislation marks a significant shift toward employee-centered policies in Texas, ensuring that both workers and employers benefit from clearer rules, better flexibility, and stronger protections during life's unexpected moments. Number 6. New environmental regulations. Texas has introduced a set of new environmental regulations aimed at protecting the state's air, water, and natural resources, and these changes could impact businesses, communities, and residents alike. The law requires industries to limit emissions, monitor waste, and report environmental impact more rigorously than before. Studies show that stricter environmental oversight can significantly reduce pollution, improve public health, and preserve local ecosystems for future generations. By implementing these regulations, Texas is taking a proactive step toward sustainability, ensuring that economic growth does not come at the expense of the environment. The law places responsibilities on companies and industrial facilities, requiring them to upgrade equipment, adopt cleaner technologies, and maintain accurate environmental records. Compliance isn't just about following rules. It's about community accountability. Facilities that fail to meet these requirements could face penalties, fines, or operational restrictions, making adherence critical. These regulations also encourage businesses to innovate and adopt greener practices, which can lead to long-term cost savings and improved public perception. Environmental monitoring systems and regular audits ensure that companies are transparent in their operations, benefiting both consumers and local communities. For everyday Texans, this law has practical implications. Cleaner air and water mean healthier communities, fewer respiratory illnesses, and safer recreational areas. Residents can also participate in reporting violations, helping maintain compliance and accountability in their neighborhoods. Families living near industrial zones can benefit directly from reduced emissions and pollution, while students and communities gain awareness of sustainability practices that affect their daily lives. This legislation represents a major step toward environmental responsibility, combining legal enforcement with practical action to protect natural resources. By understanding and supporting these regulations, Texans can help ensure a healthier environment for themselves and future generations, while encouraging businesses to operate more responsibly and sustainably across the state. Number 7. Electric vehicle incentives. Texas has introduced a new law offering electric vehicle EV incentives, and it could change the way Texans drive and save money. Under this legislation, residents who purchase or lease qualified EVs are eligible for tax credits and rebates, making electric cars more affordable and accessible. Studies show that incentives like these encourage cleaner transportation choices, reduce carbon emissions, and promote sustainable energy use. With gas prices fluctuating and pollution concerns rising, this law provides a practical solution for those looking to save money while helping the environment. The law also benefits automakers and dealerships by creating stronger demand for electric vehicles in the state. Dealers are now required to inform buyers about available incentives and assist with the application process. Additionally, certain municipalities may offer priority parking, reduced registration fees, or charging station support to EV owners. These measures make it easier for residents to transition to electric transportation and encourage more widespread adoption of eco-friendly technology. By combining financial benefits with practical support, Texas aims to accelerate the shift toward cleaner vehicles, helping both the economy and the environment. For everyday Texans, the takeaway is clear. Consider switching to an electric vehicle to take advantage of these incentives. Buyers should research qualifying models, check eligibility requirements, and submit applications promptly to maximize savings. Beyond the financial benefits, EV owners contribute to reducing greenhouse gases, improving air quality, and decreasing dependence on fossil fuels. Families and commuters who adopt EVs can also enjoy lower maintenance costs, quieter rides, and access to growing charging infrastructure across the state. This law represents a significant step forward in sustainable transportation, combining economic incentives with environmental responsibility. Texans who embrace these changes can save money, drive cleaner, and be part of the growing movement toward green energy, all while helping the state lead in innovation and eco-conscious policies. Number 8. Changes to gun regulations. Texas has passed a new law that updates gun regulations, affecting owners, buyers, and communities across the state. The legislation introduces stricter storage requirements, background checks, and safety protocols, aiming to reduce accidental shootings and unauthorized access. Studies show that properly implemented gun safety measures can significantly decrease firearm-related injuries, especially among children and vulnerable individuals. These changes are designed to ensure that Texans who legally own firearms do so responsibly, while providing law enforcement with clearer guidelines to prevent misuse and enhance public safety. The law impacts current and prospective gun owners. Firearms must now be stored securely, often in locked containers or safes, and owners are required to follow specific reporting procedures in case of theft or loss. Background check protocols have been updated to include additional verification steps, helping prevent firearms from falling into the wrong hands. Gun sellers and retailers must also comply with the new requirements, ensuring that all transactions meet the updated standards. By emphasizing safe storage and responsible ownership, the law strengthens accountability while respecting Texans' Second Amendment rights. For residents, the takeaway is clear. Review your current practices and ensure compliance with these updated regulations. This includes investing in secure storage solutions, understanding the background check process, and staying informed about any local enforcement policies. Families should educate members about firearm safety and make sure children or visitors do not have unauthorized access. Law-abiding gun owners benefit from these updates by reducing risk, preventing accidents, and contributing to safer communities. This law represents a balanced approach, combining the protection of individual rights with the need for public safety, and it requires Texans to take practical steps in their daily lives to follow the rules. By embracing these changes, residents can ensure that firearms are used responsibly while supporting community safety and accountability, helping Texas maintain both freedom and protection for all. Number 9. New mental health support programs. Texas has rolled out a new law that significantly expands mental health support programs, aiming to provide better access to counseling, crisis intervention, and community services. The legislation increases funding for local mental health centers and encourages the creation of specialized programs for youth, veterans, and individuals with chronic mental health conditions. Studies show that timely mental health support can reduce hospitalizations, improve quality of life, and even prevent tragic outcomes. By focusing on early intervention and accessible care, this law ensures that Texans struggling with mental health challenges can receive help when they need it most. The law directly impacts residents, healthcare providers, and communities. Clinics and organizations receiving funding are required to expand services, hire trained staff, and provide timely assistance to those in crisis. Schools and community centers are encouraged to implement mental health education and screening programs, helping individuals recognize warning signs and seek support. By increasing availability and accessibility, this legislation aims to reduce barriers that often prevent people from getting help, such as cost, distance, or lack of awareness. These programs create a network of support and safety, benefiting not just individuals, but entire communities. For Texans, the practical takeaway is to know what resources are available and how to access them. Families can locate local mental health services, hotlines, and counseling programs, while individuals can take advantage of community workshops and online support options. Employers, educators, and neighbors can also play a role by promoting awareness and encouraging utilization of available services. By using these programs, residents can improve emotional well-being, manage stress effectively, and support others in their community who may be struggling. This law represents a major investment in the mental health of Texans, providing tools and resources to address one of the most pressing challenges in society. By embracing these programs, individuals and communities can build resilience, foster understanding, and ensure that mental health care is accessible, effective, and respected across the state. Number 10. Surprise Transportation Law. Texas has passed a surprise transportation law that could change the way residents commute, travel, and use ride-sharing services. The legislation allows certain cities to implement new regulations for ride-sharing companies, electric scooters, and micromobility services, aiming to improve safety, accessibility, and urban traffic flow. Studies show that cities with well-regulated transportation networks experience fewer accidents, better traffic efficiency, and increased public satisfaction. This law introduces rules that affect drivers, riders, and companies, creating a more organized and accountable system for modern urban mobility. The law impacts ride-sharing companies, scooter operators, and city planners. Companies must now comply with updated safety protocols, registration requirements, and operational limits. This can include mandatory insurance, driver background checks, and vehicle inspections to ensure passenger and public safety. Cities may also designate specific areas for scooters and rideshare pickups, reduce congestion in crowded neighborhoods, and implement fees or incentives to encourage safer and more efficient usage. By combining regulatory oversight with practical urban planning, the law aims to make daily commuting more reliable and less chaotic, benefiting both residents and transportation providers. For everyday Texans, the takeaway is clear. Stay informed about local rules for ride-sharing and micromobility devices. Riders should follow designated zones, adhere to safety guidelines, and be aware of any permit or registration requirements. Drivers and service providers must update their procedures, train staff, and ensure compliance to avoid fines or penalties. Families and commuters will notice a safer, smoother, and more predictable transportation system, while businesses operating in the city can plan logistics with fewer disruptions. This legislation represents a major step toward modern, regulated transportation, balancing innovation, convenience, and safety. By understanding and embracing these changes, Texans can navigate urban areas more confidently, reduce accidents, and enjoy a system that supports efficient, sustainable mobility for everyone. The law demonstrates how thoughtful regulation can enhance everyday life, improve public safety, and encourage responsible adoption of new technologies in transportation. The state of Texas has introduced a series of new laws that are set to impact daily life, businesses, and communities in ways many residents didn't anticipate. From expanded telehealth access to surprise transportation regulations, these changes demonstrate how legislation can directly influence convenience, safety, and financial well-being. Each law has a specific purpose, whether it's to protect residents, promote sustainability, improve public health, or enhance urban mobility. By staying informed, Texans can take advantage of new opportunities, avoid potential pitfalls, and actively participate in shaping how these laws are implemented. These laws also highlight the balance between individual rights and collective responsibility. For example, updates to employment leave policies, gun regulations, and school safety measures empower citizens while ensuring community protection and accountability. Meanwhile, programs like mental health support, environmental regulations, and EV incentives show a commitment to long-term welfare, sustainability, and innovation. Understanding these laws is no longer optional. It's essential for anyone living, working, or commuting in Texas. Being proactive allows residents to save money, stay safe, and contribute positively to their communities. The key takeaway is clear. These laws are not just legal documents. They are practical tools that can enhance quality of life if used wisely. Texans who embrace this knowledge will navigate changes with confidence, maximize benefits, and avoid unnecessary complications. Whether it's securing health services, reducing taxes, or participating in safer commuting, being informed is power. Knowledge and action go hand in hand, and these 10 laws provide a roadmap for Texans to thrive in a rapidly changing legal landscape. Staying aware and engaged ensures that every resident can turn potential surprises into opportunities for a better, safer, and more empowered life in Texas. We work tirelessly to bring you this breakdown, so let us know in the comments which law shocked you the most. Don't forget to watch our previous video for more updates, and if you value our effort, hit subscribe. It's just one click to support us and stay informed.